Welcome back to the IBFP. Here's your host, Boxing Nuke.
Welcome back, fight fans. Welcome back. Let's just dig right into it. So Canelo Alvarez is going back down to 160 pounds after the Rocky Fielding fight. This is a direct quote from Canelo Alvarez. Right now, the objective is to fight for this world title and win on December 15th, then go back down to 160 pounds where I do best. Basically, he also stated that if we'll be moving up and down those divisions, we didn't know. But right now, our goal is to get the title to middleweight. Now, basically, what Canelo Alvarez is saying is, he's moving back down to middleweight after he wins his title. And he basically wants the biggest and best fights. He's already stated that he's open to a rematch with Triple G, a trilogy. But not only that, he's fighting Rocky Fielding, who's a very tall guy and who's over 6 feet tall. And then when you look at it, the landscape of the middleweight division, you have a lot of tall opponents. Demetrius Andre, Danny Jacobs, Jamal Charlo. So for all the guys who say Canelo is ducking this guy and that guy, he's preparing himself for the middleweight division, for the new landscape of the division, and basically all the new champions. So he has all these new champions, all these new opportunities to fight these guys, to display his skill set. And a lot of guys tried to come out and say, oh, Canelo Alvarez was ducking. He's scared. Why is he moving to 168? He doesn't want to fight all these guys. And basically, I told you, you have to be completely unbiased when you evaluate these things. And one thing that you have to realize is Canelo Alvarez was looking to better his resume, his legacy, by taking a title at 168. And this is also a good preparation for Canelo Alvarez as well, for any of the challengers and their opponents at the middleweight division at 160 pounds, because of the height and reach that Canelo Alvarez is going to have to overcome against all these bigger opponents. Now, since Canelo Alvarez is an elite level fighter, he's able to overcome and make those adjustments. But wouldn't you want basically arguably one of the pound for pound, or if not the pound for pound best fighter out there today, to basically have a good tune-up fight to prepare for these type of challenges, coming off of 2 hard fights with a Gennady Golovkin? I just don't understand how people think that taking a challenge such as a champion at a higher weight class is ducking anybody in the middleweight division. That seems like a biased, new media, fake media perspective. And when you approach things, you have to be honest about it. And basically being honest about it is Canelo Alvarez is ducking no one. Canelo Alvarez is looking for the biggest and best challenges. And this fight with Rocky Fielding and that statement that he made about coming back down a middleweight proves that he's looking forward to facing the best at 160 pounds. In my opinion, I believe Triple G is still one of the hardest fights out there. I understand a lot of people don't want to see that fight right away. I think personally Triple G needs to fight someone else before he jumps right back in with Canelo Alvarez. Canelo Alvarez is going to pick a higher level or higher rated opponent next for his next fight. And regardless of who it is, regardless if it's a Danny Jacobs, a Demetrius Andre, or even a Jamal Charlo, I don't think that Jamal Charlo is quite ready as far as profile wise to take on Canelo Alvarez, for the simple fact that Jamal Charlo was basically in a coin toss with his brother to see if he was going to headline his new event in December. So at this point, I just don't believe that Jamal Charlo is the name of the brand that you would want at this point. There's nothing that Jamal Charlo offers. I would like to see him in a more high profile fight first before he fought a Canelo. But I think the perfect fight for Jamal Charlo and Triple G is each other at this point in this stage. It looks like there's no bigger and better fight for these guys, just a profile-worthy fight. I think that would be the fight that everyone would love to see. I think Triple G would expose Jamal Charlo to a certain degree, because I don't think Jamal Charlo has ever had a competition like Triple G. I don't think Jamal Charlo even has the skill set that he's being hyped to have. And if he does, it'll all come out in the Triple G fight. So I think that'll be a huge fight for Jamal Charlo if he was able to pull off the win. Unfortunately, I will favor Triple G to stop Jamal Charlo in that fight. I just never seen Jamal Charlo's chin tested. And if Canelo Alvarez were to select Jamal Charlo right away, then I think that Canelo Alvarez ultimately would probably stop Jermall Charlo. I would definitely know that Canelo Alvarez would completely outbox him. Since he's such a big guy compared to Canelo Alvarez, I know it would be easy for Canelo to have the speed and skills and boxing advantage over Jermall Charlo, for the simple fact that Charlo just cannot box at the level of Canelo Alvarez. We've seen him attempt it, and he just did not have the ability against an Austin Trout. So you have to realize that Canelo Alvarez is worlds apart from Austin Trout at this stage in his career. People keep looking at Canelo Alvarez when he fought Austin Trout till now as being the same Canelo Alvarez. There's worlds and levels apart from when Canelo fought Austin Trout to where he is today. So a lot of casual fans make that comparison, but that's because these guys don't understand or don't know shit about boxing. If you're a true boxing enthusiast, you'll understand that Canelo Alvarez is an elite level fighter at the top of his game right now and only getting better. But we'll see where Canelo Alvarez goes after this. But this just proves that Canelo is ducking no smoke with any middleweight in the division. Once again, it's the IBFP.